When most people think of China, they imagine mega cities, skyscrapers, crowds of millions, and the latest technology. But in Hangzhou, a city of just over 12 million people, there's a side of China that most foreigners never get to see. And today, I'm jumping on my bike and I'm going to take you to explore the outskirts of Hangzhou to show you what rural China looks like in 2026. Let's go. When I first arrived in China in 2024, I was so taken aback by the actual city. We arrived in a place that was so clean, new, futuristic. But what actually surprised me the most is what I found outside of the city. So today I'm going to take you to one of my favorite places and one that I just happened to discover by accident when out and about exploring with my friend Carol. So we're actually going to go outside and meet her right now. Hi Carol!
Hello, good morning!
And here's my friend Carol. I've introduced her to the channel many times before, but she's the one that I usually go out to explore with during the week. And she's going to be using one of the bike share bikes. And that's one of the things that I love about China, just how easy it is to get out here and explore. I'm going to show you one of the stations just as we head out. Are you ready to go?
Let's go!
Let's go! I'm just approaching one of the bike share stations right now. This one is located directly to my apartment complex, and I haven't actually used them before because I do have my own bicycle, but these are a very popular way to explore here in China. A lot of the locals will use them recreationally, so not only for city exploring, but it's common on the weekend just to see people rent them out for the day to go out into the villages in rural China. The best thing about them is that they're very economical and very convenient. Okay, let's get going. So for those that are new here, my name is Elisa and I live in China with my family, with my husband and my 3 kids. And we live in the outskirts of Yuhang, within minutes away of a brand new city that is absolutely beautiful. But you just wouldn't believe it, that's just outside, just a few minutes outside my home. I can jump on a bike and end up in a place like this. And this is one of the things that surprised me the most when I first moved to China, just how you have that contrast of the brand new cities, but just minutes away, you got the traditional life that's still happening. I was absolutely shocked to find out that people grab their clothes and actually come down and wash their clothes here. So there are currently people down there right now doing that. And it was something that I was not expecting. So it's absolutely crazy how you have that blend of the brand new and the traditional life still happening right out here. Today I'm taking you on a 5-kilometer bike ride. So at the moment I'm just outside the area where my apartment complex is. It's just a few minutes away, and straight away we are met by this beautiful area. So we've got this gorgeous creek. This is actually one of my favorite walks around here. I come here all the time because it's so beautiful, so relaxing. There's so many beautiful trees, and I know right now you can probably hear all the traffic going by behind me, but once you go deep into this path, it is absolutely gorgeous. And quite commonly here on the weekend, you will find people fishing and simply just relaxing by the stream. Let's go see what is beyond this. Here it's very normal to find people selling different kinds of fruits and vegetables. So at the moment we see watermelons, but a few weeks ago there were people selling fresh strawberries. Strawberries and blueberries, they are actually harvested in the area, so they're as fresh as you can get. Traditionally, I would be on the path just over to the right, because it is a lot safer, and that's usually where I walk, but we are going to turn off to the left very shortly, so that's why I'm staying here on the main road. Now, do I feel unsafe riding here on the road? I do not actually. Like everywhere else, you are going to find dangerous drivers, but for the most part, I feel that the drivers in China are used to having smaller vehicles on the road, as there are millions of e-bikes riding around everywhere. So I find that they're usually quite cautious and conscientious of the drivers on the road. And straight away, I'm not sure how much you can see of this view, but right ahead we've got mountains and tea plantations. Most people that come to Hangzhou, they would usually do a side trip into the tea plantations, but you can find them closer to Hangzhou city center, so you don't have to come out this far. But I have tea plantations in my backyard. It is absolutely beautiful and incredible. One thing that I'm absolutely so grateful for is that I get to live in a place that looks like this. Now, if you do come to Hangzhou, let me tell you that late May into, say, September is probably not the best place to visit. It does get very hot and humid. We had a lot of rain yesterday, so today the weather is a little bit cooler. And just let me point out over here, there are all these gardens, and these are places where people can come and they can pick their own fruit and vegetables. Here we can already see some of the village houses, so we are away from all the apartments. And the roads are all wet here right now because there was a truck that came by recently washing all the roads. So hopefully I won't get muddy. Here we have wheat plantations and lots of different farming areas, so the people that live nearby walk down daily to farm in these areas. We're going to start riding up now, and look how lush that looks over there. Hangzhou gets a lot of rain, so it's not uncommon for this place to look like this. And again, we've got more fields down below. So I'm not sure what kind of misconceptions you had of China before watching this video and what rural China looks like, but this is just as real as any other video out there, and this is where I live. Now we have a bamboo forest on the right, and we're just about to go past a temple here. You can tell that it's a temple by the decorations that it's got at the door. I love how here they make the most of every little piece of land. To the right we have another village. I'm not sure if you can tell, but the houses are actually really quite large. And there are many of them. My understanding is that Hangzhou is actually one of the most affluent cities in all of China. And of course, everything is connected by buses, so there is no train station here, but you can catch a bus that will take you deep into the villages. Despite all the trucks currently driving by, this still feels incredibly tranquil and peaceful. And there are people just leading their normal lives, farming out in this beautiful place. Now on the right we got Tai Fang village. My apologies for mispronouncing that. And we're nearly arriving to the village that I'm going to take you into. You're in for a treat. In this village, you can come and experience tea picking. So they'll take you into the tea fields and you can pick your own tea. They show you how to dry it, how to process it, and this is an activity that we have done with the kids. We have also gone into rice plantations and harvested rice manually, and also they've taught us about all the different kinds of rice that they have here in China. This is quite common also to see people on the side of the road selling all sorts of spices and vegetables and fruits. Ni hao.
Yeah.
Wow, they have lots of variety. So you got everything that you need to make a cup of tea. So let's keep going. Something that I found really interesting and very thoughtful is that there are many signs around saying for people not to honk their horns, because this is a village, this is where people live. And of course, as you've seen, there are many trucks that drive through. So they're asking them to keep the volume down. And look at this, everything is just unified by water. We have a man here fishing and a woman just washing her clothes. Okay, let's go into this village.
Turn left. Turn right in 40 meters.
The first time we came here, I was incredibly surprised because it was my first experience in a village in China. So this is not a touristy place, you know, it's not just outside of Shanghai. There are many places that you can visit there that would look similar to this. This is just a natural village, just people living their lives.
Continue on Park Road for 320 meters.
The first time I came here with Carol, we came down from the mountain and we ran into this village here. We didn't know that it was here and that this is what we were walking into. And we ran into a man that was extremely kind. He called us over. He started yelling, "Foreigner, foreigner." And we went to him and he offered us massive pomelos from his trees. Even here, you can see that there's fruit on the trees. Find it interesting as well that even out here in the villages, they have recycling programs or rubbish programs so that everything is disposed of appropriately. And look at these murals. This is part of the culture here. The tea plantations, the people farming, it is so beautiful. And we are climbing up. Very shortly, I am going to ditch the bicycle and we're going to continue by foot. If you can appreciate here, the water canals continue all the way through. So each person is connected at their home with these canals, and a lot of them have little pools where water will accumulate. This one looks a little bit dirty at the moment, but we saw it once earlier, and people wash their vegetables here. They can wash their vegetables, their fruits, and here they do the hand washing as well. So I can see all their products. Yeah. Now, the one drawback to borrowing the red bikes is that they don't have gears. So if you want to come up a mountain, you want to do anything like this, it might be a little bit difficult. You have to push really hard. Free range chickens. This is the view back towards the village. It is pretty glorious. We're going to ditch the bikes right here. So now comes the part where we go by foot. Right up here, there is a dam. And the last time that I came with David and the kids, this was actually pretty empty. And I imagine that a lot of the water that runs through the town comes from there as well. So there's no water running through here at the moment, despite the fact that we had rain these last few days. So let's go up and let's take a look. And here is the dam. It's surrounded by mountains. It is so peaceful out here. Now that I stopped cycling, I'm sweating bucket loads. The humidity is very high here today. It is overcast, so we do have a grey sky. But look at this. Look at all the flowers. We are about to walk up. There are so many steps, but it is absolutely worth it. Once we start walking here, the temperature drops immediately. It is actually quite cool right now, which, considering the humidity out there, is very welcome relief. Just up ahead, we've got a bamboo forest. And you might be surprised to see that there are a few leaves on the ground, but it's not what you would normally expect to find in a place like this that would be abandoned. This is not abandoned. I have come here previously earlier in the morning and seen workers sweeping these paths, maintaining them. And the best part is that there's no rubbish inside. Since we started riding, we've been met with nothing but clean streets and clean roads. This is the last of the steps, but our climb is not over yet. Right above me, there is a road. We're going to go up there now and keep going. This path connects us to two other villages. There is a village down this way, all the buildings that you can see in the background, and the path that we came from, but also connected to that village. And now we're going up the final steps. But as I said, the climb is not over yet. This is a very popular spot for cycling, and I'm about to show you why. Check out this view. We've got tea plantations as far as the eye can see. Despite the peacefulness and the beautiful sound of the birds and how gorgeous this place is, we can still hear the sounds of life happening down below in the village. And this might not be what you imagine the rural China to look like, or even for China to look like as it is, but this is the reality for millions of people here. I finally made it to the top, and this is something that I was not expecting to find up here the first time we showed up. And there is a coffee shop up here. It's right here behind me. And that's when we learned that this place is very popular for cyclists. And they actually have areas here where you can come and fix your bike or pump it up or wash it if you need to. So as you can see, outdoor experiences, sports, it's very important to the people of Hangzhou. And check out this view. They have tents here, and this is extremely common here as well. You can find many places out in the countryside that will have tents that you can rent out for the day, and you come here, you can barbecue or do a hot pot, you can rent all the equipment, and you just bring your own food. They of course obviously have tables and chairs as well. And we have come up here previously on an afternoon, a sunny afternoon, and you can just sit there in this beautiful garden with this amazing view, and it's absolutely worth it. If you do come in the winter, which we also have done, they have this heater here, this wood stove, so you can sit by the fire. Now let's go order some coffee. I'll tell you how much a coffee up here will cost. Okay, I'm walking into the coffee shop here.
Yeah.
Hello.
We are Red Club.
Red Club?
Yeah.
Oh, right, so for the bikes?
Yeah.
Very
Red
good.
for the bikes. And we have coffee and some drink.
Okay. I haven't seen you here before.
No.
I've came here before a long time ago. Could I please order a iced
As Americano? One or two?
one, please.
One, okay.
I'm inside the cafe. I've just ordered an iced Americano for 18 RMB. So they got a menu which is both in Chinese and English, which is very surprising. And also the guy that served us, he also speaks English, and he was happy for us to share his coffee shop with you. So this is what the coffee shop looks like. And behind here we have maps that will show you different routes that you can do on your bicycle. So it's basically like a bike club. Oh, thank you so much. And he's so extremely friendly. This is my coffee right here. I'm going to sit out there and enjoy it. If you would like to come to this fabulous store, I'm going to ask him now the name in Chinese and the location so that you know how to find them.
Our store name is Taikula Club. TKL Club.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much. Very kind. We're going to sit down here to enjoy this coffee with this incredible view. Check this out. Despite being hazy right now, it's still just so beautiful. And we've got the village down below. We can hear the cockerels calling out. We've got the tea plantations. And a beautiful breeze coming through as well. It's incredible, isn't it? We're so lucky.
So beautiful.
We feel so blessed to be here, don't we?
So beautiful.
It's so nice. So I would love to hear in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of this. Were you expecting that it was going to be this incredible? I know that many of us have misconceptions about what China looks like, what the rural areas of China look like, and this is a real place in real China and a real place in my life. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you on the next one.